Welcome to the Pagan Playground, week number 4. Your take on the Wheel of the Year. Now, for me, the Wheel of the Year is really important because it kind of keeps me on track. So, I'll have time to study doing different things sort of in between times. And then, your Sabbats come, and I celebrate the Esbats too. It kind of gives you a, if you wander off, it takes you back to where where you're supposed to be. And there's always something new to learn, or a new way to interpret it, or there's more to celebrate than maybe the year before. Now, this has been my first full turn of the wheel, so this has been my second Imbolc. So, and technically my second Yule, so I'm on year 2, so, which has kind of been really exciting, because being the first full turn of the wheel, I wasn't quite sure what to expect once those Sabbats came. But now I have a better idea, and I kind of, it doesn't really take away anything, because there's always that challenge of, learning more, or seeing it from another point of view, or at least understanding what that particular holiday means. And it's nice to me, because you kind of get extra holidays that aren't like overly commercial. And I've gotten to the point where I just want to set Christmas trees on fire at this point. Because if I have to see Christmas before October, I want my Halloween stuff in May. I'm just like, but you can kind of put all that aside and celebrate Yule. And nobody seems to stop to think when you celebrate Easter and Christmas why they are when they are. Nobody seems to go, I don't know why Jesus was born in December. Could it be because of the solstice? So I just kind of find it funny that I kind of get to take back the root of these holidays and have it actually mean something, yet still be fun. And on a side note, as I was kind of learning, I had gotten a book from Amazon that I might do a review for, because at the end of it, there was an email. It's like, well, if you have any questions, email me. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to ask something, and I think my question was along the lines like, how long do you keep like your decorations up? Do you keep like your Imbolc stuff up until Beltane, and then Beltane from the next to Ostara, and then Beltane? And she's like, well, would you keep your birthday party decorations up birthday to birthday? And it wasn't quite how I either asked, but the way she answered it, the way I was kind of looking at these holidays, or like from a Christian point of view, where everything is just sort of, you don't really celebrate anything. It's sort of somber, not necessarily somber, but there's no celebration, no happy. I mean, it partially is, but unless you're a kid or have something to do with kids, you don't get much out of it. There's no fun in it. And she's like, well, no, these are celebrations. You're supposed to kind of enjoy them. But there's, serious aspects to it. I mean, is it Lunasa or Litha celebrating the first harvest when you cut down the corn and John Barley corn and all that stuff? There's still concepts there, but it totally was like a 180 of how I was actually looking at these things. And I'm like, and her name was Lady Kali Tara in the Teachings of the Outlaw Witch, so I will most likely do a review, because she totally twisted my view on how I was kind of approaching this, because it doesn't really, in none of the books other than her response, really kind of gives you that. So it's like, yes, I can enjoy these things. It have depth in them as well. Like Imbolc, which is the next sort of question on the list. The first one is very awkward because we're up in New England and it's like the first spring. So you're kind of like, well, what do you do when we're in this part of the country? But now that I've learned more, I could do more. So the Wheel of the Year is very, very important to me. It kind of gives me a guideline into my studies and kind of keeps me focused and, gives me a foundation to build upon, among other things. So that is my take on the Wheel of the Year, and I'm always off by like one. Okay, it's Litha Lunasa Mabon. I can never remember those other ones. Which reminds me, I should write it down. because I think I'm going to do a whole series on each Esbit, or no, each Sabbat. So, thank you for watching, and blessed be.